Pack-a-Punch 4 is back for the Wonder Weapons in Season 3, and they are absolutely nasty. Now, what is Pack-a-Punch 4, you ask? That is where you actually intentionally glitch the game that allows you not only to Pack-a-Punch 3, your Wonder Weapon like normal, but also add a legendary ether tool to it, which you normally can't. But what this means is that all of your Wonder Weapons are literally 4 times stronger. They do 4 times more damage across the board when you Pack-a-Punch 4. They're crazy. So I want to go over all 4 Wonder Weapons, which one is best at Pack-a-Punch 4, and also rate them 1 to 4. Let's get into it. The first is the ray gun. When Modern Warfare Zombies first launched, the ray gun was absolutely a joke. You literally could not handle anything in Tier 3, even if you had Pack-a-Punch 3. Was extremely disappointing, but during Season 2, they buffed it significantly and made it to where it's now a viable gun in Tier 3. Not a great gun, not Wonder Weapon good. So the real question is, when you Pack-a-Punch 4, is the ray gun worth using? And really, I would say yes. You actually can kill Mega Abominations with it now, although it takes some work. Once you have PhD Flopper and you're not hitting yourself with the explosives, it is fantastic for taking out swarms of zombies. And even when it came to high-value targets like this Mangler here, we took it down with relative ease. As you can see, we're just shooting the ground right now, and anything that comes around us gets automatically destroyed. Here's the high-value target Mangler. And without too much effort, he dies. The ray gun isn't insanely overpowered, but when you Pack-a-Punch 4, it's certainly one of the best guns in the game. Also, when you get knocked, you can still shoot because it's a pistol, which is very convenient when you're in an awkward situation. And as far as swarms, check this out. Boom. You just start shooting the ground. It's pretty chill. So, ray gun is solid. I'm not going to put it in a rating yet because we haven't talked about any of the others. And now on to our 3 other Wonder Weapons. But first, a quick word from this video's sponsor. If you don't have the time to unlock everything and need assistance in your favorite games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto 5, and more, then our sponsor, Dan Mods, is the place for you. They offer all camo unlocks, zombie schematics, bot lobbies, and more. Dan Mods has a 5-star rating with thousands of reviews. Use the link below in the description and be sure to use code OneAD for 5% off your order. Next up, we have the Wonder Waff. This is a really fun gun to use, especially early in Modern Warfare Zombies. This was one of the better guns. As you can see, its strength still is crowd control, and it does that phenomenally well. Now, when it comes to high-value targets, I'll show you on this Mangler here. It's pretty nasty. That was 2 shots on a high-value target. You can already kill massive groups of zombies with a shot or 2. It takes on high-value targets with relative ease. Now, some of the drawbacks to the Wonder Waff are its speed. Its walking speed is incredibly slow. And then if you don't have it Pack-a-Punched, you only have 3 rounds, and it takes forever to reload. So if you're using the Wonder Waff, I'd recommend PhD Flopper pretty much always. And I'd recommend Speed Cola. You almost have to have Speed Cola, but when you get it, you can do this kind of stuff. Now, the one thing that absolutely holds it back is this. It does virtually no damage to the Mega Abominations. For whatever reason, the Wonder Waff will not knock the head or do a critical hit on a Mega Abomination, so it's almost impossible to kill a Mega Abomination with a Wonder Waff. Therefore, I have to move this to the bottom of the list below the ray gun. So, without question, of the 4, even though we haven't talked about the other 2, the Wonder Waff Pack-a-Punch 4 is the worst of the 4. And I'm kind of sad to say it because it looks freaking brilliant. If you haven't learned how to Pack-a-Punch 4 your Wonder Weapons, check out this video up here or down below in the link in the description. It's really not hard to do. You just got to follow the steps. Next up, we have the Scorcher. Now, the Scorcher is the most used Wonder Weapon by far for this very reason. This has nothing to do with Pack-a-Punch 4, but its mobility is insanely unmatched by any vehicle, any other mode of transportation. It doesn't matter. If you learn the Superman method on the Scorcher, it is the fastest. But how does Pack-a-Punch 4 handle it? Like the ray gun in Season 2, the Scorcher got a massive buff, like 4 times the power. So now when we take that massive buff and we give it 4 times the power again out here in Season 3, let's see what kind of damage it can do. As far as high value targets, let's start out first with this Mangler. So when I took it over, I gave it the full 5 charge. You can do a shorter burst, but this lasts longer, and you can see it starts to melt it. By the second shot, we've already killed a high value target Mangler. So the Scorcher is insanely powerful, and you get the ridiculous unmatched mobility of it at the same time. In fact, the Scorcher is so powerful that it can actually take on Mega Abominations, which isn't normally something you would do with the Scorcher unless you had a team of 3 or something like that. But it was kind of melting Mega Abominations too. Now, in the same way, it won't knock off their heads to get those crazy fast kills like the ray gun will, but it drains the health very quick. You just have to keep an eye on your ammo and make sure you're letting it recharge in between. So it can take out high value targets great. It can take out Manglers quite well. And it's the fastest, most mobile thing in the game without question. And honestly, its biggest strength is more about crowd control. If you line up zombies and shoot, just stand inside of that beam, and as soon as they come to attack you, they die. Everything that touches the Scorcher dies. Incredibly good weapon, incredible mobility. You now have the Wunderwaffe at the bottom, for sure. Ray gun a little bit above the Wunderwaffe. And then you have the Scorcher. It is significantly above the ray gun. Last and certainly not least is the VR11. This thing shines with Pack-a-Punch 4. Watch the damage here. That's a single shot from the VR11. Just took it down about halfway on the Mega Abomination. Now, I had my stupid dog here. If you didn't know, when you have the dog, the Mega Abomination very rarely shoots lasers because it's always attacking the dog. So I actually recommend not bringing a dog in if you're trying to fight Mega Abominations. It makes it way easier because you can do more damage. Now, when we finally got a chance to get a second shot on the laser, watch this. Boom. We just two-shotted a high-value target Mega Abomination with the VR11. 2 shots. Done. Dead. Just hit those critical hits. The VR11 is insane. Now, where the VR11 struggles is close quarters. When you shoot zombies, they do turn into mercs, but sometimes they don't turn into mercs for some reason, and other times the zombies decide to chase you instead of the mercs, which kind of defeats the purpose. But if you stay moving and seek out the elites and the high-value targets with this thing, it is so much fun to use. VR11 is #1. Crazy damage. I'll probably do a video using it on the Worm with Pack-a-Punch 4 for Season 3 because I think that would be fun. Then, followed by the Scorcher, just slightly below it, although I would typically choose the Scorcher above it because of the mobility. Big drop-off to the ray gun, and a little bit of drop-off to the Wunderwaffe. That is how I would classify the Pack-a-Punch 4 Wonder Weapons now. Let me know what you thought. Have you tried them all? Which is your favorite? If you haven't done it yourself, check out the video in the link below or up here, and that will get you to the right place. Like and subscribe and share this video with a friend if you enjoyed it. And as always, for the newest Modern Warfare Zombies and Warzone content, I will see you live on YouTube.